Yo! Welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is July 10th, Sunday. Welcome back to another edition, and welcome to the show. If this is your first time listening, this is where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Patreon, and anywhere else you can find your podcast needs. Is where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, you can find latest updates of the show. Is why is it shaking like that? Where you find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast. Also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. So what's good? What's good? How's everybody's weekend or week going? Because I haven't done this in a week. I was supposed to do this on Friday, but guess what? Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? I had to fucking work. Nah, man. It's been a pretty weird week to say the least. I mean, last Monday was my birthday. It's just been I don't know. 33 has definitely started off very interesting to say the least. Like during the weekends, normally I go to the gym. I've only went once I went today. I'm gonna try to start waking up pretty early so I can, work out before I go to work. Maybe maybe it give me a little bit more boost or something because it's just like me and my family we went to this place called Cidercade in Houston, which is pretty cool. It's a like kind of like a warehouse that's been made into a big ass arcade place. Um, I think it was like $10 or $12 to get in, and you can play like fucking video game. I mean, old arcade cabinets are all around this place, and it was amazing. It's like a gamer's paradise. I mean, you guys don't understand. Like, and they sold really they had cider, Texas cider, of course. So if you're not a cider fan, yeah, that makes sense. And maybe you wouldn't want to go here because cider, it's a taste. Yeah, it's a taste that you can't get used to sometimes. But overall, man, place is a 10 out of 10. Just there's a lot of people there. I just like I don't know, like all night, like that day, I had a little bit of energy, but like once it got to like nighttime and it got around the time to go there, I just got like like something was just a complete energy suck. Like I just like I enjoyed myself there. I had fun playing some of the old like games that like me and my brothers used to sit around and play like Sega all the time. I wish I took more pictures there, but like all the old games like the Ninja Turtles, Turtles Back in Time, fucking dirt racing. Like it's this dirt road game that me and my brothers used to play all the time on fucking Sega. And we had Street Fighter. My brother got lucky, he beat me on Street Fighter. I'm just gonna let him know he got lucky. Um, you know, I was playing a Ninja Turtles game. There was an old Madden game that it was so old that McNabb, T.O., and Brian Westbrook and all of them were still on the Eagles at this time. Like that's how old this Madden cabinet was. They also had Wayne Gretzky 3D. Like to me, Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey is probably still one of the greatest hockey video games I've ever played in my life. It's one of the greatest. Like I don't care what anybody tells me. It's one of the greatest of all time. You can argue with it, argue with yourself. You know what I'm saying? I like I said, I enjoy arcade cabinets. I used to, back when we were kids, man. This is my childhood. Like even my stepdad, man, he was on one of the he was on one of the games the whole night. And my mom, she went and played pinball and went over there and played some pinball. Now I forgot how bad I was at pinball, except for Cosmic Pinball on the old Microsoft. I was fucking amazing at that. So everybody can lick a nut. If you got a problem with it, come see me, homie. Come see me on Cosmic Pinball. But my mom, she played pinball machines, and they had like the old Star Wars. They had a Star Wars one. I guess they just got the Stranger Things one. You had to just gotten the Stranger Things one because that shit was pretty cool. It was a lot of cool things, man. I would love to go back. Hopefully with a little bit more energy. Like it's so weird. Like I've never just walked into anywhere or just had anything like that happen in a while. Like the last time that happened last year. at Comapalooza. Like I went to Comapalooza, I was hyped, man. I'm like, all right, man, I know what I'm gonna do. Boom, 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 do all that. And I got to Comapalooza last year, and I was just like, yo, I feel weird, yo. I think the whole year felt weird because it's like the first year after the big virus that was going on, and there was a lot of people around and things like that. But still, I just felt like all my energy was just like gone. That was it. Like I was just like, fuck, man. And it was a Sunday. That was my first day off from work and stuff. It was it's a very weird feeling. I don't like it. I really don't. Because it feels like I don't have control of myself. And I just it's a weird. I know I keep saying it's weird, but it's just like it's like I can't control how tired I am. And my excitement, I don't know if I got overexcited or something like that. And like today, I took a nap. I don't take naps. Even after working out, like normally I have energy after working out, and it's just like, nah, I ain't got it. And I don't like it. I think it's because I've been putting in a little bit too much carbs. I know you need some, but I think maybe I've been having a little bit too much. So I'm gonna go back to keto and see if it gives me back some of my energy that I'm really losing because I hate feeling like that. It's just that's not a feeling I like. I know everybody doesn't like that, but I don't. I feel like my days off are getting wasted because I'm out in the sun about 10 to 11 hours per day, and it's just I don't think that's good for anyone. Construction workers, delivery drivers, whatever, man. Especially out in 104-degree weather with 300 packages onto a fucking truck, which is the dumbest fucking thing ever. But that's just me. I just, I just like, I think Friday was so like packed that like it really fucks my weekend up really bad. And so, like, I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna start taking care of my own body, bro. Like, that's all I can really do right now. It's just if you feel this way, yo, just you gotta take care of yourself. It's not that these motherfuckers want you to go and take a break and be home at 10 o'clock. I ain't trying to do all that shit. I don't want to be at work till 10 from when I got there at 9 o'clock. Why the fuck would I want to be at work for 12 hours? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of those hours I'm not making money. What the fuck? I don't want to do that. That makes no sense. Especially out in the heat. It's ass. And so, it's just motherfuckers want you to break your back and break your spirit, try to break your spirit. Like you fucking, and it just doesn't work that way. Like I'm still a human. I'm not a fucking machine. Like all of us are not humans. My feet hurt, my back hurts, everything hurts, man. I'm old, man. I'm getting old. I don't like it. Since I turned 33, I feel tired. But I mean, it is what it is, man. Hey, man, as long as there's money getting in my pocket, I think. Um, that's a whole another story for a different fucking day. But I just want to say, man, I hope everybody for real is taking care of themselves better than I'm taking care of myself, apparently, because I'm clearly not taking good care of myself. Not the greatest of care. My body is definitely telling me, hey, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Hopefully I don't get like flagged for any of some of the songs that I have used. Please, I don't have I don't have the money to pay you fucks. Hell, shit, man. I feel like y'all should pay me. That's how I feel. Now, but hopefully you guys are enjoying. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your summers. Shit, man. I'm trying to. I'm trying to lose this weight for during the summertime. Like that's probably should be prime time to lose this fucking weight. But I really just it's just been it's just it's awkward. It's a very awkward time. I know. I didn't want to say weird again. All right, so all right, I got some reviews for you guys. I haven't seen Thor yet, so if anybody spoils that for me, I'm gonna stab him in the mouth. So first I would like to say, Hulu, I guess they got the rights to Letterkenny. And if you haven't watched Letterkenny, wow. And you like if you like Trailer Park Boys, it's really Trailer Park Boys, but in the country, I guess the country part of Canada. Like I think, like I tell people, man, I think I'm just part Canadian. I'm just haven't been told this yet. I understand all their humor for some reason. I'm dying laughing. But I've watched their spin-off show, Shorzy. I didn't know that the dude that plays the main character on Letterkenny is Shorzy too. I should have known by his voice, but I'm just uh, they did an amazing job. First of all, they stuck it around hockey with Shorzy. That's where we meet Shorzy in letter on the Letterkenny show. But kept his humor, there's some heart in it, but there's lots of humor. I really, really, really advise people to go watch this. It's on Hulu. It's hilarious. I think it's 6 episodes or 8 episodes. One of the two. It's a great show though. I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. It's some of the jokes on there, like some of the things, like he keeps trying to talk to this reporter, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll treat you so good." She said, "How good?" He said, "I've been on YouTube." What he say? I was on YouTube, watching tutorials how to rub a woman's feet or some shit like that after work. Something like that. It's something stupid. It was hilarious though. Just the way, like, it was just amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed this show. And it has none of the other characters from Letterkenny except for Shorzy. Like everyone else is a new character that was brought on. New characters, new actors, everything. I didn't like most of the time. These type of shows kind of like want to just try to like make it a multiverse of things, and Letterkenny kind of just. And Shorzy kind of just said, "Nah, we're gonna stay away from it, except for Shorzy." Um, and also I would like to say this, by the way. The only people that can put like Shorzy or Schultzy or stuff like that, to me, the only people that should be allowed to do that are hockey players and lacrosse players. That's the only two people in this world that should be able to do that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. If you never played hockey and if you weren't a lacrosse player, you should not be able to say shit like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you weren't a bro, pretty much, those are two bro sports, I feel like that's what you shouldn't be doing. And some of you have definitely mixed up the definition of two words, two big words that I've really have had a problem with some of you like using. First of all, bro, bro stuff and frat boy stuff. I'm gonna mix those two. Those two are together. Um, some of you have never been to a frat house. Some of you might have. Maybe y'all have had that. Maybe you've watched a lot of TV and shit like that. Yo, to tell you the truth, there's really no difference between frat bros and lacrosse peoples. All of them, they got their own language. We have our own language. And to me, some people just have seen the stereotype and really ran with it. And some of them are true. I'm not gonna lie, some of them are true. Not all, some are true. And that it bothers me sometimes. Like, oh man, I'm a bro, man. I'm a bro. What? You're a bro? Like, bros don't have to tell you that they're bros. I feel like just like black people shouldn't have to tell you they're black. Or white people shouldn't have to tell you they're white. Um, you know, you should just know that if you're a bro, don't tell anybody. Yo, man, man, I'm just one of the bros, man. I'm just one of the bros. I like to go out, give me a brewski. You know a bro when you meet them. To tell you the truth, you know that. You know a frat boy when you meet them. Sometimes, we don't sit around wear fucking polos and fucking drink scotch or whatever, man. Get a little. Hey, man, most houses can't fucking afford those. All right, just putting it out there. Can't do it. Just let you know. Most frat houses cannot afford scotch and high end fucking alcohols. You sound dumb when y'all talk about us like this. All right, next. Other word that I hate. Patriot. Some of you call yourselves patriots, and it bothers the fuck out of me. It bothers me. The only people in this world that should be able to call themselves patriots were the people that signed the Declarations of Independence. Okay? Those are the ones that are actual fucking patriots. Those are the only patriots in this world. Secondly, soldiers should be the only ones calling themselves patriots also because they have laid their lives down on the fucking battlefield for their country. If you haven't done any of those shits, do not call yourself a patriot. You sound fucking stupid. I'm a patriot. I'm a patriot. No, just say you're American. That's all you are. You're a fucking American. Because most got people that calls themselves patriots have not tried to lay themselves, have not risked their lives for the country. So shut the fuck up. I'm not going to call myself a patriot because I haven't risked my fucking life, okay, for this country. Sorry, just something I haven't done. I'm an American. I love being an American, but listen, that's just the way it rolls. Patriot is one of those words that some of you just need to shut the fuck up and understand that that's not what you are. Only military personnel, maybe even some Congress people, like that's the only people that should call themselves patriots. I'm just putting it out there. Like you signed no declaration to fucking risk your own life to do anything for this country. So stop fucking saying it. I'm a patriot. I don't see color. Those motherfuckers that say they don't see color are fucking stupid. You're dumb. You're a gaslighter. You're a piece of shit. That's all I give a fuck about. That's all I want to call you. You're a piece of shit. It's not that, oh, I don't see color. Motherfucker, you don't see black and white. You don't see the difference. Oh, there's no such thing as white privilege. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I guess we're done here. Stupid, bro. I really. So, nope, we're not doing this today. We're not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Okay. Hey, I don't know how I got there with Shorzy. I don't know. Understand that was one rant where stop calling yourself certain fucking words like a veteran slash patriot or people that served in the armed forces that risked their lives for the fucking flag. That's it. That's the only patriots that we have in this fucking world. I'm sorry, for America. Sorry, patriots are strictly American. I will say that. I will put that out there for the country of America. Patriots is the word. Okay? Just putting it out there. Some of you are dumb and don't know what the fuck the word means. But I respect my military and I will call them patriots, veterans, whatever the fuck they want to be called. Okay? Because they deserve that shit. You don't because you didn't do shit. Unless you are a military personnel, in which I applaud you. That's how I feel about it. You deserve that applause. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. USA, motherfucker. All right. Next, I've been watching this other comedy show on Netflix called The Upshaws. It's the Mike Epps show with Wanda Sykes and Kim Fields. Yo, I would like to say this. This is the closest, truest representation of a black household. This is the closest. And I'm saying the closest. I'm not saying the perfect, but I want to say the closest. There's like one aspect of black life that we are not seeing on the Upshaws, which is drastically fucking the show up for me. Most black households, if a child decides to talk back, either A, they see the right hand of the law, or B, they're going to get a belt to that ass. And on this show, it seems like they strayed away from that. I'm guessing it's a PC type thing. They think it's child abuse or whatever. I think it's correctioning myself. There's ways to correct motherfuckers. I like that they call what other people will call grounding, what they call it punishment, because that's what we call it. That's a black household. They say punishment on there. And I'm like, shit, man, that sounds, yeah, yeah. You got a dad who, thought a break meant that he can go out, get some other strange, and get another woman pregnant, and now he has two kids that are the same age. It's just that is sometimes a black household. Sometimes, mostly, there's also a white household. There's everybody household, but that's a lot. It's a stereotype, sadly. Which is a sad stereotype. It's not like that's not all of our households. Just putting it out there. It's just one of those things that we see a lot. They call them ghetto twins. I'm sorry, that's just what they are. What's the other one? Oh yeah, that's what it was. So that to me, and then you also got sometimes the wife sister always trying to break y'all up or trying to like say that you ain't shit. Like that it's pretty fucking normal. It's called crabs in a barrel, and that's really what black people have been tending to do shit for. Crabs in a fucking barrel. When one's trying to get up, the other one trying to pull them right the fuck back down. That's just what it is, man. You can't see the sunshine, Icarus. So, but I would like to say that the one aspect that is missing, like I said, is the actual corporal punishment. Sorry, it happened in most black households. Most, not all. I'm not saying all. Most households would definitely, if a child decides to talk back and tries to challenge some things, it gets beat down physically. Sorry, just the way things happen. It's not child abuse because they're not hitting you to like just for their pure enjoyment. It's not enjoying, okay? I'm sure it's not enjoying for the parents, but it's a it's a way of correcting. You know, either I do it or that prison guard when turn 18 is gonna fuck you up, or your cellmate, or this person. Yo, I'm teaching you to do the right thing now before it's not your fucking loved ones learning how to. Oh man, the person that loves me just beats me. No, the world's gonna fuck you up by itself. It's gonna fuck you up, and you got to learn that sometime, yo. Sometimes maybe you need to shut the fuck up and listen, like that on the real. Just put it out there. Some people just need to shut the fuck up. Listen, you're not always gonna be the smartest person in the room. Understandable. You're not always going to be right. You're not always you're not going to be able to talk back in certain circumstances. If you talk back to the wrong person, you're going to get fired. You're going to get beat or something like that. Like, this is the way for me to tell you, yo, this can happen anywhere. You need to learn that. That you need to remind yourself of that. I'm sorry it's going to be a little painful, but it's better than the alternative. Hey, and for all those that are against it, it's better for the alternative that child isn't sticking you up right then and there because they haven't heard that correction. They don't know the consequences of being corrected, the actual consequences. I know some of you want to live in this dream world that you think that it's going to be uh butterflies and daisies and things like that. But sometimes you got to do you got to do you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes even if it's just a little. You got smacked back in the head or something like that. That's how you learn. It's life. It's life. Sorry. It's the way we learn. It's the way, everybody learned. This whole child abuse thing is not, I can understand if I know a switch is pretty bad. I will understand like a switch is pretty fucked. I didn't know what a switch actually really did until like you heard different stories. But that's the way people in the South have been raised. Just like there's ones that have been raised to be racist. Sadly, they live in different places where there aren't any black people, and so they won't learn a different culture. I think that's where my upbringing is different from most upbringings. Is that we moved from Philadelphia to Jersey to fucking Virginia, and then to Texas. We got to see different types of people. Like my first 5 years, first 5 or 6 years, I saw a lot of black people. I didn't see a lot of white people. I ain't gonna lie to you. I went to a fucking elementary school with my brother, but like the same school had an elementary school and a middle school on top of each other. And really, most of the school was what? If he might can tell you, but most of the school was probably 98, 99% black. It's a big ass school. It's one of the better schools in Virginia. I'm sorry, one of the better schools in Philadelphia, but that is pretty much what it was. We didn't see a lot of white people, especially in our neighborhood, which was, Knightstown. You're not going to see a lot of that. I drove there. When did I go there? In May, right? I think end of May. I went back to where I'm from. And I see that like now they're starting to gentrify a little bit, and I'm like, fuck. I still got some of my landmarks there. Like there's a church that gets you to North Grant Street. I don't care. That's where I'm from. I'm not gonna say which block because I just remembered which block because I saw young Chris. So, but I'm over here and I'm just like, yo, I'm starting to see white people walking around. I'm like, shit, man, y'all walking around like look very confident walking around here. Okay, cool, that's what's up. But when I was growing up, first couple years, yo, you don't see white people. And then we moved to Jersey. Still, it's a minimal, but you see a few white people. They start to sprinkle in here and there, especially in Camden. And then we went to Cherry Hill. Boom, explosion. Now I see a lot of white people, and I'm like, whoa, that's a lot. And you see a lot of Hispanic. Well, we've always grew up around Puerto Ricans You know, that's probably the main motherfucking Hispanics that I grew up around was Puerto Ricans until I moved actually to Texas. That's when I started seeing Mexicans and stuff like that. But most of the time, if I saw a Hispanic person, they were probably Puerto Rican, maybe Colombian, maybe Cuban. That's probably the only ones that I know of. Now there might be Mexicans now, but when I lived in fucking Camden, I got to see different. That's when I got to see kind of the Hispanic culture, which is kind of cool. And when we went to Virginia, now we are in a place called Chesapeake, but I go to a school called Hickory. In the middle of fucking farmlands, these two new schools that just got built, and it's the country, and we're seeing cows. I've never seen a fucking cow in my life. By the way, it's also a nice little culture shock when you're driving down. I think Route One. I think going into the bridge. When you pass the Mason Dixon line, you see a place called Dixieland with a nice little big ass Confederate flag on it. That's a nice welcome to the South. Okay, it's a nice way to drive into the South. Just if you want to take that trip, I think I didn't see it the last time I drove over there. Then again, I was probably driving and never noticed shit like that. But it's kind of cool. I mean, not cool. Fuck. The first, it's kind of like, oh man, all right. Well, I'm about maybe a good hour and a half from home now. That was, hey man, that's just the life you live, bro. It is what it is, but it was a nice culture shock. Now I get to learn a different because you kind of start to see like TV shows. TV kind of turns you to like seeing like, oh shit, there's like these motherfuckers are racist. No, not all of them are racist. Then you start to meet some people and it's like, oh, they're cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? You start hooping with some of them. You start playing video games with them. They come over to your crib. You come over to their crib. Like you just start to learn. And I think that's what we're missing in different in cultures. I think this was what's cool about now. Like different kids can now learn about cultures. I think that makes it so much easier to dispel hate. I think this is the biggest thing that's going to fight hate is these kids. Yes, they're learning from their parents sometimes. Oh man, well, them jigaboos over there. Nah, that's not. Hold on. Now they can go on the internet and go and watch intellectual black people, intellectual Hispanic people. They can go and watch their cultures, learn their cultures, understand their cultures. Just like we can go and now understand other people's cultures. I think this is what's really cool about now. I would wish that we had this in the 90s. Do wish we had this in 2000s. I think my family, I know a lot of families moving around. I know. But my family personally, I mean, if I'm going personal, I think what's cool is that we every step of life, for real, every step of life, I got to see different cultures. And that's what got me into history. Because I want to learn about people. I love learning about people. I will ask, I mean, I would love to, I love when people, I know people like want me to talk sometimes. I'm just like, yo, I'd rather hear you talk. I'd rather hear about your story. Tell me your tale. I'll tell you my tale here, but let me know your tale. Tell me, like, you're a book to me. You're a new book, freshly, I just want to learn. I'd rather read a biography than read fiction, and I just, it's enjoyable, and yeah, I don't know why I just went on this rant, but it got me. I hope that nowadays that not just watching on a screen, but going out and going to meet different cultures. That's pretty fucking cool, man. Like as much as I hated moving around a lot, as much as I hated being a new kid at the school and stuff like that, I think it was cool. Like once we got comfortable, like now I'm learning about their culture. Now I know them. Like now I don't have this perception in my mind, like, you know, racism and things. Like I have this perception in my mind, like, yo, this, you can't say a few bad apples spoil the bunch. You know what I'm saying? There's only certain people where a few bad apples can spoil the bunch. This ain't one of them. There's millions and millions of them, millions and billions of different people on this world, and it's so cool to learn about them. So yeah, man. Shit. Why did I? Because of the Upshaws. Because the Upshaws are showing you black hole. a real black household, not just whole happy-go-lucky shit, things like that. An actual day-to-day life of a black household, except for no, it's a day-to-day black household. Sorry, that's just what it is. That is, I and it's funny. I like the banter between Wanda Sykes and Mike Epps' character. That was just the perfect combination. Two people with snaps just like that. It was amazing. I definitely advise y'all to go check out the Upshaws. That is on Netflix right now. Um, Debating if I should talk about these other two subjects. You know what? I'm gonna. Nah, I think 30 minutes is good for right now. Especially it's hot as a bitch in here. I can't fucking breathe or anything. I can breathe, but I can, I'm gonna talk. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to have a show tomorrow if I'm not fucking completely fucking drained. But I'm gonna try to have a show tomorrow. Talking about Miss Marvel and this fixed book gamer. Um, I don't know what it is, but some of these dudes, like, y'all grew up a little too privileged to like y'all talk a little heavy on this internet shit, and motherfuckers gonna come see you about that someday. So yeah, some of these streamers, bro, like y'all tripping. Especially with like the chat functions and things like that. So I'm gonna definitely talk about that shit. Like some of you, especially with a fake raspy voice, like motherfuckers got like that's who talks like no one in this world, like no one that doesn't try. Like that hurts my voice. That hurt me to talk like that. Like there's no way in the hell that person talks like that 24/7. So we're gonna do that. And who else names your child Rudy? But we are going to that's going to be the end of the episode to Dizzy. I would like to say I love you guys. Hold on. I will first of all, I know I kind of got a sponsor on her. Wait, what? Okay. Hold on, y'all. One second. I gotta make sure I got all my info together because I should have had this. All right, so my homeboy Ricky Rubio, he's a former Navy man. Um, he has a ghostwriting agency called Shogun Services, where I guess he's ghostwriting songs and doing copywriting and things like that, which is kind of cool, yo. Like, Drake had a ghostwriter. Is that I shouldn't have said that? Shit, fuck. I don't care. Most most artists have ghostwriters, but hey, man, how about you have a former U.S. Navy seaman, sailorman, sailor? Do you call them sailors? They can call them sailors. Got new you former U.S. Navy sailor doing doing ghostwriting for music and things like that. Hey, look, his name is called Shogun Services. So I mean, clearly that's a sweet ass fucking name. Actually, Shoguns. We need to get into Shoguns. I'm kind of want to talk about them a little bit. Like you guys don't understand. Like there's fucking stories behind Shoguns, especially in Japanese culture. Oh, fuck. Oh, my bad, my bad. This is like really a fucking ad read. My bad. Hey, so my boy Richard Rubio. Yeah, that so he runs a ghostwriting, like I said, ghostwriting agency. So if you want to get your ghostwriting done, if you're a musician and you're really just good at singing, you kind of maybe need some help with getting that last little song, last little line, maybe get some words rhyming with orange, and maybe he can rhyme orange. I don't know. Maybe he can make it happen. Ricky, let him know if you can make it happen, buddy. So with that, here's some of the contact information. We can find him is I will put it in the description, right? That's the thing that I'm working with. So I'm gonna put his contact information in the description. So if you are a songwriter, musician, all the rest of that cool stuff, or if you just need some ghostwriting, copywriting type of deals, my boy Ricky Rubio. Ricky Rubio? Not actually. Ricky Rubio. That's a basketball player, isn't it? It's a sick ass basketball. Well, he was like one of those talented, supposed to be one of those talented, like 6'6" point guards, supposed to be like a prototypical type dude. And like he just never, I think he always got injured. He was always, then he became like a little bit of more of a role player at the end of the day. Oh, my bad, Ricky. My fault, my fault. So go check out Ghostwriting Agency. I'm gonna put on the information to go contact them on my information. So if you want to make some music, you feel like you can sing, do some fucking you need some music, and need some inspiration. My boy Ricky got you, bruh. So with that, I would like to say where you can find the Cruiser Podcast is at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find podcast needs. You can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, you can find latest updates of the show. It's on Instagram at Nicetown at Cruising Podcast. Also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. And with that, I would like to say I love you guys. Don't do anything I would do. Stay safe out there. Catch you later. Deuces.